Now, along with stock splits, another corporate action that is extremely popular among companies is the bonus issue. Now, a lot of people confuse bonus issue with stock splits. Now, we spoke about stock splits in the last episode. Now, the reason why people get confused about it, because just like stock splits, in a bonus issue also, the number of shares actually increase in a company. But however, in a bonus issue, free additional shares are offered to existing shareholders according to the ownership stake that they have in the company. Whereas in a stock split, existing shares are basically broken down into multiple parts. Now, why do companies do it and how does this impact the price? Don't worry, we will cover all this in today's episode. Bonus issue, what is it? As mentioned earlier, in a bonus issue, additional shares are given to existing shareholders. Now again, don't worry, I will explain with an example. On 17 June 2021, Power Grid basically declared a bonus of 1:3. So basically, what did we learn in the last episode? 1:3. Now this basically means that existing shareholders would get 1 share for every 3 shares held by them. That means if you had 30 shares of Power Grid before the bonus issue, then after the bonus issue you would have had 40 shares. Why? Because you got 10 shares extra. Now, like a stock split, a bonus issue can be in the similar type. 1:1, 1:2, 2:1, 5:2. It all depends on the company and the board of directors. Now, in order to be eligible for a bonus issue, you need to hold the shares by the record date and buy the shares before X bonus date. Remember, we spoke about the record date and X dividend date in the dividend video? Same way. Now, in case of the Power Grid, the record date was 30th July 2021 and the X bonus date was 29th July 2021. This means that if you had to buy the shares of Power Grid, you had to buy it before 28th of July in order to get the delivery of the shares in 2 trading days by 30th of July in order to be eligible for this bonus. Now, what is the impact on the share price? In a bonus issue, you get free additional shares in proportion to the shares that you already own. Now, it sounds too good to be true, right? Well, that's because it actually is. Now, in a bonus issue, the stock price of a company gets reduced in the same proportion as the bonus issue. This means that the company declares a 1:1 bonus, then the number of shares of the company effectively double, right? 1:1 means exact double. Now, in this case, the number of shares have doubled. The stock price of the company will become half of what it was before the issue. Why? Because the market capitalization of the company should not change, which is basically calculated, as we mentioned in the previous video, which is basically calculated as price of a share into the total number of shares. The market cap has to remain the same. So if the number of shares double, then the price has to go down by the same amount, right? But again, we cannot say this accurately. Why? Because there is supply and demand forces that may cause fluctuation in the stock price post the bonus issue. Now, in the case of Power Grid, the share price was 228 before the bonus issue and the share price dropped to 167 per share on the X bonus date, which is the day where the stock starts trading at the new share price. Now, if you look closely, then you will see that the new share price was 3/4 of the share price before the bonus issue. This makes sense because 1 additional share was issued to every 3 shares of the company. Let's now try to answer the question, why do companies issue bonus shares? Now, a bonus share is a way of rewarding shareholders by giving them additional shares, especially for those companies who are low on cash and hence can't give cash dividends. Now, just like stock split, company also issue bonus shares to reduce the stock price of a company and make it more affordable for everyone to invest. Now, since the number of shares in the market increase as a result of the bonus issue, it leads to more liquidity where a lot of people can now buy and sell. This means that having more stocks in the market makes it easier for investors to buy and sell shares. Now, finally, to conclude, just like stock split, a bonus issue doesn't really have any impact on the fundamentals of a particular business. A company that hasn't been doing well won't show any improvement in performance just because a bonus issue was occurred. And a company has to show basically their entire fundamentals to look good, only then the share price will actually increase. Now, to conclude, just like stock split, a bonus issue doesn't really have any impact on the fundamentals of a business. A company that hasn't been doing well won't show any significant improvement in performance just because of a bonus issue. And a company that has been doing well won't show any decline in performance because of the bonus issue. So bonus issue has no impact with respect to the fundamentals of a company. Now, it is important to understand for us as retail investors, we have to understand why is a company doing a bonus issue and why will it have impact on the share price. Now, in the next video, I'm going to talk about another corporate action called rights issue and we will see how that works. So stay tuned.